Hi, welcome back to the Cat Chef Kitchen. Guys, I miss you so much. I've been away for 3 weeks in California and now I'm back in Jersey. We are enjoying the warm weather. Today it's 82. That's awesome. We skipped from winter, skipped spring, and we jumped into August right away. So we are in the high degrees of heat. Well, we enjoy it. It's very nice. Today I was supposed to do a special meal for everybody who asked me for it, called makluba, the upside down. But since I made makluba when I came in the beginning of this week and I couldn't have time to record it, I'm gonna switch to another menu and I'll promise you I'll do the makluba next time we film. So today we're gonna do spinach stew. Spinach stew is our favorite meal too, and it's a combination of vegetarian and meat, and it can be eaten with lamb chops, lamb shoulder, beef stew, or chicken. You know, the breast chicken has to be the thick one, and you could slice it and make it cube size and you cook it. But today, since we don't eat only lamb, we prefer eating lamb, so I'm gonna do the lamb shoulder stew with the spinach. And I'll show you how to start with the meat in a little bit. So guys, this is what I got. It's the lamb shoulder chops. I'm gonna just show you how I cleanse it before I cook it. So see the big piece, all I do is take the piece away here and trim some of the fat if I can. And I have some water and vinegar, and I'll tell you why I'm gonna boil it with water and vinegar and salt and rinse it thoroughly before I start cooking my meat. And I'll show you and I'll tell you why, because you'll see the color of the meat when I rinse it, and also I'll show you the smell of the lamb. Some people doesn't like it. So with boiling the chops with vinegar and salt for one boil only, it comes to boil and rinse it and then start cooking it, it will eliminate all the odors and all the dried blood in the meat. I know some people said, you know, you're losing all the nutrients. No, I'm not. It's gonna be okay. So I sliced each lamb shoulder to 2. I tried to trim some of the fat if I can, and I'll just put it to boil. And I'll bring it to boil. The first boil, it's gonna be all the foams, all the dirty foam, the dried blood, and all the nasty foam. It's gonna come up, and I'll just wash it and rinse it, and I'll start cooking the meat. Meat has been rinsed, washed, and I washed also the cooking pot. Now I'm gonna saute it with some onions and add some salt and pepper and make it tender and give it a color, and then let it cook for 45 minutes with water until it's tender. Usually it takes from 45 minutes to 1 hour before it is really tender, especially the lamb. So now I have it here. I'm gonna just add the chopped onions and some, like a tablespoon or 2 of olive oil, a little bit of canola oil. Okay, and as you see, the garbanzo beans came to boil. I'm gonna rinse it, wash it, and leave it aside, drain it, leave it aside until the end. And also my spinach defrosting. Even I defrost it in the microwave, but I need more defrosting, so I'm just gonna wait until all the water is gone before I add olive oil and the onions and saute it all together. So I'll leave this. I'm just gonna add a little salt and pepper to the meat. Smells good already, right?
I was just about to say that.
Okay, of course, Ahmed is filming and he's helping me. Thank you so much, Ahmed.
No problem.
I know everybody commented on your filming and they liked it so much, so that's why I asked you again to come and help me. So I just put a pinch of salt, pepper, allspice, and a little bit of turmeric. I want the meat to take a color and a flavor of the onions. So I'm just gonna let it sizzle with the oil and onions a little bit, medium heat, and let it sizzle with the onions until it takes the flavor of the onions and the oil. Then we'll add the water and I'll show you how. So in the meantime, I'm gonna wash the garbanzo beans and put it aside for the end of my cooking. So this is my garbanzo beans. Doesn't need to be cooked all I'm gonna do is add it to my meal at the end. Okay guys, see, the meat has been sizzling and it smells so good according to Ahmed.
It does.
I think Ahmed is ready to jump in and eat right now to taste, but we're gonna add about 3 of these bowls of water, and lower the heat to medium high and let it cook for 45 minutes before we add the spinach and the garbanzo beans. And as you see, spinach is already the water dissolved, and all I need to do is add some 1 chopped onion to it, and of course the best oil with the spinach is olive oil, nothing else but olive oil. So I'm just gonna add let's see how many teaspoons. Here's 1, 2, and 3. That's it. I'm not gonna add anything else. Maybe a little bit of salt. No, I'll just saute it like this, because the salt is already with the meat sauce. It's gonna be there, all the spices with the meat sauce. So I'll let it cook until the spinach shrink more and the color turn darker green, and that's when I turn it. So not much cooking, about 10 minutes it will be done. So I'm just gonna leave it for now and add the water to my meat and let it boil for 45 minutes, and I'll come back with you and continue my cooking. Okay guys, I add the 3 bowls of water, and I'm gonna add cardamom, a whole cardamom, just for the flavor of the meat, lamb. So I'm just gonna add 3 and let it boil and leave it there. Cover it, have it on medium high, let it cook for 45 minutes. I'll time myself, and in the meantime I have 2 cups of rice. This is my measurement cups. 2 cups of rice, and I soak it with water. I'm gonna bring it to boil, rinse it and wash it at the same time. Then I'll add the water and cook it and have it ready for my stew. Okay guys, the water over the rice came to boil. All I'm gonna do is rinse it, wash it. Usually they soak basmati. I don't soak it. I just boil it for once and dump all the dirt at one time. And all I do is, and I'm just gonna add some water until I cover the rice completely. So the 2 cups need mostly 4 cups of water, and that's it. So I'm just gonna take it to the stove and a touch of salt. My rice has to be yellow, so you could cook white rice, but I like the turmeric. I like the color, so I'm gonna sprinkle some turmeric. Bring it to boil on high heat, then lower it, let it cook at low heat for 5-10 minutes, or until all the water is absorbed. If the rice is not cooked enough, we could add a little tiny bit of water, but if it's cooked, you just turn it on. So I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of butter. Bring it to boil. After it comes to boil, I'll turn it off, cover it, and let it cook slowly on a low heat. Okay guys, it's been 45 minutes and I think my meat is tender enough boiling, so I'm just gonna lower the heat, because now I'm gonna add, I didn't add that much spices on the meat, so I'm gonna add another 1 teaspoon of allspice and a sprinkle of salt and pepper. It's about a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. And you know what? I need to taste it.
How is it?
It's good. I thought it maybe needs some salt, but it doesn't need salt, no. Okay, now like I told you, I cooked the spinach separately, and see how it looks. It's not much cooked, so because it's gonna boil for 10 minutes with the meat. That's my stew. It's a very healthy stew. Kids growing up, they used to love this kind of meal. So I just added, I'm just gonna mix the whole thing. You could make it with lamb, you could make it with beef stew, make it like cube, like they buy filet mignon or chuck meat and cut it in cubes, or you could make it with chicken breast. And all you need is just saute it with the onions until it's cooked. Cook it, let it boil with water until it's fully tender. Then you add, you saw me how I made the spinach. So I'm gonna raise the heat. I'm gonna add the garbanzo beans. The garbanzo beans and the spinach doesn't need that much cooking, so all I need is about 10 minutes, the most 15 minutes, and my meal is gonna be done. So this is how it looks, but I'll bring it to boil and let it cook for 10 minutes. I'll cover it and let it boil. Comes for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll turn it off and I'll serve it. And by the way, I cooked my rice exactly like I told you. It came to boil. Lower the heat and let it cook on low heat, and it's done. I stir it. You have to make sure that you stir, and it's already done. See, I like the yellow rice. If you don't like to add turmeric, you don't have to. And if you need to add less turmeric, you could. And if you want a white rice, it's your choice. But you know, I like the yellow rice and I like to cook it, and we like it this way. After 10 minutes or 15 minutes, we'll come back and we'll serve the meal, and we'll have Ahmed try it for us and let you know how it tastes. Okay guys, welcome back. I think our meal is already done. So I let it boil with the spinach and the garbanzo bean for 15 minutes and turn it off and let it cool down about another 10 minutes before you try to scoop it out. But you know, since I'm gonna wrap up the filming, I'm just gonna scoop it up right now, and look how great it looks. And then we're gonna have Ahmed try it out for us. So I'm just gonna scoop some. This is the way it is. This is our spinach stew. It is so good, and it's best to be eaten with lemon. So you have fresh lemon, squeeze some and dig in. And you could eat it with bread, with rice. You just drink it as it is, whatever you like, the way you want it. Could have it chicken, beef, lamb, whatever you prefer. It's your choice. So this is our meal for the day. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me. We didn't talk much this time. I was rushing because Ahmed on tight schedule. He needs to leave. So we're trying to finish fast.
Wait, Ahmed, is the mic on? Oh, the mic wasn't on this whole time.
Ahmed, I'll kill you.
The mic wasn't on.
Ahmed, I'll come and strangle you.
The mic wasn't on this whole time. I'm so sorry.
Ahmed,
I'm
you're not
so
joking.
sorry. I'm not joking.
You are joking.
I'm so sorry.
You are joking.
I'm so sorry.
Ahmed, you are joking.
I'm so sorry. It wasn't on. I just turned it on now. I'm so sorry.
شو أسوي في هذا؟
I'm so sorry.
You wasted my time.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Ahmed. Okay. Done.
I'm kidding. It was on this whole time. It was on the whole time. It was on the whole time.
But I was gonna just hit your head. After all this trouble and work, how am I gonna repeat all this? Just skip the offering of the food.
What?
Could you take a picture? No, it's on, you said. So this is my spinach lamb stew, and this is my rice. Let's see, it's yellow, and we're gonna scoop some for Ahmed to try it on. Ahmed, wallahi.
Just a little bit. Just a little. That's good. That's good. Perfect.
Okay. I'm just gonna give you some of the lamb.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's so hot.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's perfect.
You have to wait until it's cooled down. You can't just scoop it like this here.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Please dig in, and I'll take you a picture. Okay, but be careful, Ahmed. It's so hot.
Nothing's too hot for me.
No.
Sorry.
It is hot. Small pieces, and it's so hot. So you don't have to rush. You could wait another 5-10 minutes and eat it.
I'll eat it right now.
Be careful, please. You're turning red. I told you. I warned you. I said it's hot.
It's very good though. It's very good.
Spices everything.
Everything
Okay, now
perfect.
since you took the first bite, let it cool down so you can enjoy it, because it's better to enjoy it when it's cooled down.
Enjoy when it's cooled down.
Let's take the last take and say goodbye to our friends. Okay, friends, I hope you like my meal for the day. I hope you enjoyed this show. I hope you're gonna try this meal and you're gonna like it. It's a very healthy meal. If you wanna skip on, minimize that amount of oil, it's up to you. I mean, you could use 1 tablespoon instead of the 3 tablespoon for the meat, and the 3 teaspoon for the spinach. It's fine. It's up to you to use it. But I hope you like my show. I hope you tune in. I hope you comment and you come back again to my kitchen and share with me another meal. Until next time, bye bye.